All right. You guys know why Monday's my favorite day?
Because it's the day before Purple Shirt Tuesday?
Close. It's because everybody else hates Mondays. So I like to be super fucking energized and excited about Mondays because it makes me different. It's all mindset. I mean, if I were to lie to you, I think Tuesdays are pretty much my favorite days, but Monday's definitely up there too. But if you guys don't know, Purple Shirt Tuesday is coming up tomorrow. Be prepared. Any interesting situations you guys want to work on and we can have a script off today about? Who's got anything? And we're just kind of staring off in the distance. Just nothing. Just no one's working on nothing. Well, new participants, thanks for joining us. We don't have a whole lot of face-to-face interactions anymore, but this is the best we get. I want to hear a little bit of that DTD2 stuff you're talking about, Charity. What script are you using?
I'm actually not using a script. I do have the sheet they gave us in bold last year with Ford. So family, ask about their family, occupation. R is recreation, and then D is dreams and goals. And then, usually I started off, because some of these people are people I haven't talked to in a year or two.
I'll be your client you haven't talked to in a year or two.
Are we doing a call right now? Okay.
Trial by fire, my friend.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Dan. Good morning. It's Charity Plum. How are you doing?
I'm well. Who's this?
Charity Plum with Keller Williams Realty. I sold you your amazing house 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just calling to see how you're doing during these interesting times.
I'm doing all right. Thank you for calling. How are you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing really good. Really good. So there's nothing you need as far as groceries or home goods?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. How's your family doing?
Everyone's well. Staying home. Kids are going crazy.
Yeah. Enjoying the house though, all the extra space and the pool.
Yes. Thank you again.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me let me know if there's anything I can help you with, please.
It feels awkward because you're talking to somebody who knows what you should be saying, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to scripting. This is where you hone your skills, because if you can say it in this group with a bunch of people listening and watching and having a good understanding of what you're supposed to say, when you're on the phone with a client, it's easy to steer the conversation. Great start off. I love the tonality. You can hear the friendliness in your voice. I'm trying not to look at the screen so that when you guys are actually scripting, I can hear if you're smiling or not. It's super important because when you do that, your pitch changes, your tone changes, you become more friendly, and the bass becomes easier for you. The one thing I want you to add to that, especially if they're a previous client, you want to know what's been going on. If you haven't talked to them in a year, you want to know what's going on. Like, add in, hey, how are things done? Almost every client I've ever sold, and this is without fail, has had one project or two that we talked about before moving into the house. And it's a great anchor point to keep in the notes in your CRM and Command. Hopefully you're using Command at a high level. You can call back and say, hey, Charity, it's Big Dan Caldwell at Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. How you been? How's life? How are the kids? You guys doing okay during this crazy time? I just wanted to make sure you didn't need anything from the store or anything like that. I'd be glad to help you out in any way I can. And then once you get past that almost, mandated scripting part of it, you want to ask those questions about, how'd that kitchen remodel turn out? And then they're like, oh my God, we haven't done it yet. David's been busy, blah, blah, blah. Like, I can't believe you remember. And that gives you that tie-in where you can go, how did the backyard turn out? Or how did you guys like that pool you put in? Or did you ever get that master bedroom addition put in? How'd that turn out? And then if they did it, then you'll see the excitement in their voice. It'll spike. And that gives you the opportunity to ask for a referral, where it anchors them back to you helping them buy a house and you helping them get their dreams done. And then you cared enough to remember about this, and that. I've got a client that I text. I don't call him very often, doesn't ever answer his phone. And I'll text him every 6 weeks or so, just because I'm thinking about him. I say, hey, Brenton drove by your house. How you doing? You know, I can see that you guys had some work done. And for the next 3 weeks, I'll randomly get pictures of the projects he's working on, and then I'll get a referral. It's almost a pattern for the last year or so. It's been, I text him every 6 weeks, and then 3 weeks of him sending me pictures of this project or this project. He's always doing something, and then somebody calls me, or he'll send me a phone number for somebody that's looking for a house. So I call those referral whales. You want to have a couple of whales in your fleet because they're going to keep sending you business. If you can get 10 to 20 referral whales sending you a referral a month, or at least, or one a year, that's awesome. So, but it all starts with remembering those key details, so it doesn't just feel like a servicing call. This is where you need to make your scripting genuine. You need to get through the Ford. You know, family. How's your family? You guys working from home? Occupation. What are you guys doing with the kids around now that they can't go to school? Is that not answering a recreation question? All right. Well, now that you've been in the house for the last couple of months and not been able to leave, what changes are you going to make? Are you guys still going to do that master bedroom addition you were talking about? Are you still planning on adding that third bathroom? Did little Susie get her swing set that you guys were looking at? That's the dream aspect, because it ties back to where you were talking in the first place, and it really solidifies that relationship as their fiduciary. When you're just calling a service, it's a functional thing. It's just, hi, this is Dan from the company that sold you a house. And the reason I asked you who's this, because always introduce yourself in the call. And do you work for Keller Williams Realty?
Southern Arizona.
Yeah, Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. That's just a brokerage thing, but you always be proud of it. Hey, this is Charity Plum from Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. I answer my phone to people like even my dad. If I'm in public, I'll answer my phone. Hey, this is Dan at Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. He's like, yeah, I know. But it's because I'm trying to get the people around me to hear that I'm in real estate. How many conversations has been sparked with going, hey, it's Dan Caldwell? No, nothing. Hey, it's Big Dan at Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. How can I help? And they're like, you are quite large, and you are a realtor. Okay, great. So let's do that again. Let's do another one. Who wants to be Charity's client?
I will.
Ah, thank you. Teresa's the best.
It's a fine line of stupidity and bravery.
You know what the difference between stupidity and bravery is?
What?
Knowing the outcome.
Okay. All right, go, Terry.
All right, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, good morning, Teresa. How are you doing? This is Charity Plum with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona.
Oh, hi, Charity. Yeah, I'm doing okay. A little hectic this morning. Got a lot going on, but other than that, yeah, doing good.
Yeah, you doing okay? You got a lot going on during quarantine?
Well, I got my 9-year-old grandson here, trying to homeschool him, and it's been a while since I've been in school. So yeah, it's. I think he's the first to tell me, Grandma, that's not right.
Yeah, these are fun times to get to know each other and. So, all right. Well, how are you doing with the house? Are you still there, Teresa?
Got the kitchen done and now working on the bathroom.
So you're able to work from home pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a connectivity issue. All right.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Okay, good.
My husband works from home. It hasn't really changed, so we really haven't changed our lifestyle with the whole virus thing. So
yeah,
we're lucky.
Yeah. A lot of people, it's been a big change for everyone, really. But yeah.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
How's your business going?
Oh, it's wonderful. Wonderful. I'm busier
Great.
now than I've ever been.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, awesome. How are people adapting to being at home, and have you? How's that affecting your business? Are you
Peop-
busier now than before?
I think we will be definitely after this. I mean, right now people are realizing they either love their house or they need to be in a different house. So I think it's really a wake up for a lot of people. So, but you guys,
Oh,
you and your husband, you've been doing okay with your house? Have you done any addition to the kitchen you were talking about?
yeah, we got it all finished, and it turned out really well. So
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I'd love to see some pictures if you have some time later on.
yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
So, all right. Is there anything I can get for you, like groceries or home goods or anything at all? You guys doing okay with toilet paper?
Yeah. Fortunately, we bought a bunch before all this happened. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So. We're doing great. Thanks for asking, though, Charity.
Yeah. It sounds like your family's nearby.
Yeah. Yes.
How awkward do you feel? Does anyone else feel the awkwardness for them? That's a good thing, because then you guys can put yourself in their shoes. You can understand the strife that goes on these calls, but you have to be comfortable in the awkwardness. Because you're like, I don't know what to say next. It's because you think you have to say something next. Let it be a conversation. That's where scripting comes into play, is where you know where the conversation needs to go. The occupations you're talking about, you guys are working from home, what are you doing with the kids? Great job. And then the dreams, were you able to do that remodel with the kitchen? That's fantastic. How is your business? Well, my business is great. Thanks for asking. It's been pretty awesome, because a lot of my friends and family and clients like yourself have been sending me tons of business right now. So I couldn't be more thankful. A little smart boast right there. Just a little bit. It's a little pill. You guys need to write that down. Thanks for asking. My business has been better than ever. A lot of my friends, families, and clients like you have been sending me a ton of business.
It's great for referrals. Yeah, awesome.
Because what it does, it triggers their RAS, right? We want them to start thinking about referrals. If you just come out of the blue and say, how's your life? How's your kids? How's your work? How's your house? How about a referral? They're like, wait, what? But even just that one sentence, my business has been great, better than ever, thanks to my friends, family, and clients like you sending me a ton of business. I love working by referrals. It allows me to spend more time with each client. So I'm super thankful for that. And then usually you'll get a response like, oh, that's great. That's awesome. And then you're like, you know what? When you come across somebody looking to buy, sell, or invest in a home, if you can do me a favor, only if you're comfortable with it, share their contact information with me so that I can help them like I've helped you. We are in the referral business, guys and gals. You cool cats and kittens. So this is why I wanted to really focus on these DTD2 calls, because Charity brought it up in the morning call, and my coach brain exploded being excited, because that is where your business is going to come from. This is where you take market share. Yes, you can get some leads, you can get some good opportunities, and Anthony Sotelo is doing a great job driving into new business, which is fantastic. You want to keep filling your pipeline, but if you don't service the ones that are in your pipeline, you don't keep nurturing the people in your pipeline, they're going to die out, stale out, and other agents are going to take them, right? So we want to make sure that we're continuing to feed our base. If you have this massive pipeline of clients, and you're constantly dripping on them, you're constantly in contact with them, and you're constantly top of mind, what does your business look like in 6 months? What does your business look like in 18 months? What does your business look like in 5 years? We highly overestimate what we're able to accomplish in 12 months, but we greatly underestimate the achievements we can do in 60. 5 years, right? What's your 5-year plan? Most of you guys don't even know what you're going to do next week, right?
Hey,
So having that base goal, that's where we're at. So, work on the base. It's these DTD2 calls or DTD4, which I like, call them 4 times a year, not just twice. And on the Facebook page under announcements, I have the DTD2 metrics put out so you can know which dates to do so.
I've
Can
posted.
be a text call. Go ahead,
Put
Jason.
it on text today. This week is D and O and text L.
So D and O and text L.
On the text, while we're on that topic, are you texting the same type of thing that you would be as far as the phone conversations, or what would the text look like?
Here.
I would text, hey, it's insert your agent name, Jason Thompson. Just checking in with you, following up from my email last week. Do you need anything? Text me back.
You guys see my texts? Right here? Under Chance Parks. I just sent him a random text yesterday. Hey, how's the home life, my dude? It's going, man. Still trying to get the house set up properly. Well, that's going to take years. Then we're going to sell it and start all over. Is it saying like I'm inserting myself as his agent for life? Then we'll sell it and start all over. Well, I hope not. I rather fond of this place. It's a great home. And then he asked me some questions about, finding out a home warranty stuff. But your text can be just as fun and playful. Like I happen to know Chance. He doesn't have a family. He's retired military. He's a war injured vet. Great kid. I've known him forever. He's part of my racing fan club. Like I know a bunch of racers. And just having those texts, randomly thinking about your clients, it's powerful, especially if you have a client that lives on your way home. Go out of your way, drive past their house, make sure it's still there, and text them. Hey, I drove by your house today, just thinking about you. How's everything going? Or you can use that as a call. Hey, I drove by your house last night, and I noticed that your neighbors finally cleaned up their yard. Oh my God, yeah, it's so nice. You want to make sure you drive by the house because I have heard stories, not myself, but I have heard stories where they do the, hey, I drove by your house last night. Looks like everything's great. Dude, my house burned down last year. You've lost that client for life.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on like how Charity was saying that she hasn't called that person in a couple of years, of actually apologizing to that person that I've slacked off and haven't approached her like something.
Ring, ring. Hey, Jason.
Hello.
Big Dan Caldwell from Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good, man. You know what? I want to first apologize. I've been a shitty friend. It's bad on me for not talking to you for so long. I miss you, man. How you been?
Doing well, thanks. How are you doing?
How's life?
That's good. Just busy.
Good. I
You still
drove
in
by your
real
house
estate?
the other day. I see that you guys got a new truck.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the wife.
How do you like it?
The wifey loves it. I am sticking to the motorcycle.
Just, man, I don't blame you. 2 wheels is better than 4 wheels. You know what we say.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Best therapy in the world. So let me ask you, you guys doing okay with all this coronavirus stuff going on? Good morning, boss. Morning.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. She got laid off, but yeah, that's okay. We're doing all right. Thanks for asking.
Absolutely, man. I'm worried about you. I will promise to be a little bit better of a friend and making sure you guys have that contact. But I just wanted to make sure that you don't need anything right now because this is the time where communities need to come together, and it's super important for me to know that my friends, families, and clients are all taken care of. So are you guys working from home?
She's not working, and yeah, I'm able to work from home.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice that you're able to provide that so she doesn't have to work from home. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So have you guys done any major repairs to the house?
Yeah, we redid the bathroom about 6 months ago.
Oh yeah, what'd you do?
Just put new tile in. Learned a lesson, never to do it again. Hire somebody out to do it.
Did it yourself? Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
One of my tile guys just walked behind me right now. So yeah, I know that lesson well.
Nice.
Well, awesome. Well, what's the next big dream on the house? Gonna put in that master suite?
Yeah, still thinking about that.
Oh, that'd be cool, man. Well, let me know when you're ready to do that. I've got a lot of great contacts for you.
Cool. Thanks. I
Pretty
appreciate it.
fantastic. Yeah, business has been good and meeting a lot of people. So whatever I can do to help you out, let's utilize my resources to leverage and save you some money.
Awesome. Thanks. Hey, how do you do with, I've got a family member that's coming in from out of state. Are you still, I know you mentioned you're with Keller Williams, but are you still doing real estate?
Oh, absolutely. You know, who's coming in from out of state?
I've got my uncle that's moving into town. And
Uncle George, finally?
yeah,
He talked about that like 3 years ago, man.
yeah. So yeah, he's finally moving in, but I was just, I'm not sure if he wanting to rent or what, but since you called, I was just thinking about that. Made me think about my uncle coming in.
Oh, absolutely. Why don't you do this? If you're comfortable with it, share his contact information to me. I'll give him a call and I'll talk to him. And that way I can help him in the same manner that I helped you.
Perfect. Cool. Thanks.
Awesome, man. Well, I want to say thank you. I don't want to keep you up. I know you got things to do, but don't be a stranger. Be a friend, man. I'll talk to you soon. And is your email still the same?
Yeah, jthompson5400 at iCloud.
Oh, man, I had Jason Thompson's the best at gmail.com. I was way off.
All right. I appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for taking my call, man. I miss you. Hope you're doing well. Give the wife a big hug for me.
Thanks, Dan. All right.
Bye now.
Comment.
Go ahead.
So in watching this, this was kind of cool watching this on Zoom. Part of watching this is reminded me of something that you said earlier in the call, but a lot of people may not be used to doing. Command is something new, and there's something behind the scenes, and I want to link what you mentioned earlier, Dan, that I remember being on the other end of this. When I was in radio, I'd get calls from record reps all the time. Same kind of thing, okay? Same thing. But what one particular record rep, as he was talking to me, I could hear him typing. And everything we talked about, he would, as soon as he'd say, "What do you think of Maggie's Dream, the new band that new song we sent to you?" Well, I think it's all of a sudden he's typing. So what this ties together is what you're saying about locking down and some of the nuggets in the notes when you're on a call with someone. Get in the habit of actually putting into that note section these things you're talking about. And the key element there was George. Oh, your Uncle George, I think you said Uncle George. So in that phone call, that you could make that note, Uncle George, you mentioned Uncle George may be coming to town. So the next time you roll through that, there's hey, I didn't follow up on that. There's that opportunity. So it's an action of, as the conversation goes, as your client says something that's a hook or one of those, we did the addition, or we're still talking about doing the kitchen, or he's going to do the master bedroom. We haven't talked to anybody about that yet or called anybody about that. Hey, I've got contacts for it. Typing that stuff in while you're in the conversation, because if you don't, you're going to miss it, forget it, and you've lost a great nugget and a piece of contact. So again, it just threw me back to 20 years ago, and this guy would be in the background. A couple of times I say to him, "Man, you type loud," and he goes, "Well, I got to remember what we talked about." So just a little add-on nugget to what you were saying earlier, Dan.
What I'll do, and I don't need to do it now because we're role playing. I don't type when I'm doing this stuff. I have a notepad, so you don't hear it. Because some clients are going to find that to be rude, because you're not having a conversation with them to really understand what's going on, and make a connection. They'll see it as a servicing call. You're just calling them to get more information to call them later on and exploit. Not everyone thinks that way, but you're going to come across those in enough volume. You're going to do so. So what I'll do is I actually have a notepad, and I will, as I'm making phone calls, I'm a liar right now. I don't have it on me. Right here. As I'm making phone calls, I write down notes to put in the CRM. So
I agree. And then sometimes you think people are busy doing something else while they're talking to you.
No, you can absolutely tell if somebody is distracted on a phone call, their tone changes, their pitch changes. You can tell when they're not paying attention. I'm guilty as gotta be careful of recording. I'm guilty as all sin about that, because I have 1,000 things going on around me at all times. So for those of you who've been on the Zoom calls, when I'm at my house, there's people in and out, jackhammers and contractors and things breaking and going boom, and the birds outside fighting in the trees. Everything distracts me, and you can tell when your focus changes because your tonality will slip. I pick up on it because I'm super cued to it. So I also know that if I'm having a phone call that needs to be meaningful, that needs to have some kind of, very positive outlook, I'm not going to let myself become that distracted. I'm on the phone all day. And I can tell you that there's 30% of the phone calls I don't hear because something came up and I thought about something else and I wasn't listening to the conversation. I was just, yeah, okay. Absolutely. Don't be that, be engaged. So and I've learned from me, I can't type. When I type, I'm so focused on getting the typing right and making sure I spell it correctly that I will forget what's in the phone call. So I'll just naturally write down, shorthand script notes. Uncle George, Tallahassee, around June, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, east side. Like I'll just write as we go so I don't have to think about it. And you notice in the call, what was my tonality? Well, what was I doing with my face? What was I doing with my body gestures? I was smiling, I was laughing. Even when the head bob thing, I do that when I'm on the phone and y'all can't see me. Because of it's for me, because it keeps me in frame. Because you want to make sure that they reciprocate that emotion. So we got a chat comment. Awesome. Yes. I know you do, Hope. That's awesome. Hope does the notepad as well.
I
Hope?
do that too. And I think that also helps me because you're writing it down and then you're seeing it again when you go to put it in. So you're seeing it twice.
It's it's kinesthetic learning. If you're an audio learner, you hear it, you learn it. You're a kinesthetic learner, you have to do it. I'm a kinesthetic learner and I'm a visual learner. Well, visual is the third one. So writing and seeing it written helps you retain it. And then when you're regurgitating it into your notes, it's just solidifying that information. I really like to get information like the kids' names, what their hobbies are, so you can ask those questions like, hey, how's little Davey's soccer games going? You guys still playing at Arthur Pack? No, we moved over to Dan Archer Field. I'm like, oh, awesome. Where the hell's that at? Be real. Don't be like, oh, awesome. That's a great field. No, if you don't know it's a great field, be like, yeah, I have no idea where that's at. You'd be surprised that your clients really appreciate the realness of your conversations. That's why, when Jason says, what do you say to someone you haven't talked to in a long time? My script, it may not work for you because it's just how my personality is. I'm sorry, I've been a shitty friend. I haven't talked to you in forever. What's my tagline? Does anyone know?
You got a friend in real estate?
I'm your friend in real estate. So when I tell people I've been a shitty friend, it's because I don't have clients. I have friends. I'm your friend in real estate. So when I say that I've been a shitty friend, they'd laugh every time. They're like, nah, man. I even had one guy, he's like, dude, I'm guilty too, man. I've got your number and I haven't called you. I'm sorry I haven't checked on you. I made him feel bad. And this is a kid I went to high school with. And the very next day, I saw his mom and she gave me a lead. I don't even remember his mom's name, but she's like, oh my God, Big Dan, how are you? Kelsey said he talked to you on the phone yesterday. She came up and gave me a hug and I'm all, oh my God, I don't know who this lady is. And then she's like, oh, this is my friend Mary. Mary's been looking to, possibly buy a house over by us. She wants to live in my neighborhood. Can you help her? I can. Now, did I give Mary a card or did I get Mary's contact information?
Contact.
Yes! Please, for the love of God, quit giving out business cards. Get contact. I have 2,000 business cards with my pretty face on them. And they're good looking cards. Oh God, I'm proud of them. I spent a lot of money on them. You want to know something? I don't hand them out very often because I'm trying to get contact.
Once you start that contact question, what's your phone number, whatever, that's the perfect opportunity to get it all.
Get it all. And here's a great script. Remember this, when you got your head down, right? Okay. Hey, Mary, do me a favor. Tell me your cell phone number. And you're like, okay, Mary, how do you spell your last name? She didn't tell me yet, but she's going to spell it. Oh, it's Smith. Is that M-S-H-I-T-H? Oh, no, it's a Y? Okay, Smith. Perfect. All right, Mary, and your cell phone number? Okay, great. And tell me your email. Notice the key term. What is it? Anyone?
Tell me.
Tell me.
Tell me.
Tell me. Remember that. Tell me. When you say the words, what is your email? You're going to get the response, I don't have one. Or some variant like, I don't want to give it to you. I don't like giving out my email address and blah, blah, blah. But when you go, tell me your email, their brain instantly goes into subservient method and you're like, there's the info. Just like when you say, tell me your cell phone number, not tell me your number. There's a methodology to everything you say because it's going to interact their brain. Hey, Teresa, what's your cell phone number? Why? Hey, Kim, tell me your cell phone number. Like you feel compelled to say it.
916-397-5774.
But that's the thing, guys. There's scripting in even the smallest of things you say. But I want you to do that when you got your phone out. Take your phone out. Notice the body language and the posturing. And then when I'm like, tell me your phone number, I break eye contact. You know why? It makes it awkward. You create what I like to call a social gap. They feel obligated to fill. Have you ever had someone ask you a question and you just answered it because you felt like you had to answer it? Case in point, how you doing? Fine. Good. All right. Are you fine? Are you good? Are you all right? No, you're not. You're way better than that, or you're way worse than that. But you always answer in a social, acceptable way. So when you give a social gap, like tell me your phone number, tell me your email, tell me your address, and your head's down, they feel obligated to respond. But Larry's 100% right. If you start that conversation, run the whole chain down. Get it all. Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? If you want to be that ridiculous, do so. But the better content you have in your contact database, in your data bank, is that going to be better for you in the long run? So when you're doing your DTD2 calls, you can absolutely call up some information that they told you. And just like Larry said, 20 years ago, he remembered this guy taking copious notes. And back then, the keyboards were loud as shit. But he remembered it because that guy cared. That call agent cared enough to take the notes and cared enough to remember. So I want you guys to do the same. Anyone know what Nicole's cats' names are?
Something with Toothless and Spike or something like that, right?
Hiccup and Toothless. What are they named after? How to Train Your Dragon.
Train Your Dragon.
Nicole, how do I know that?
Family member and a drunken night is what I was going to go with.
Nicole, how do I know that?
He asked.
And every time I bring it up as the point every time because it makes her smile and it makes her feel engaged. But I know at a core she's feeling important because I remembered those details.
Yeah, that's like he says all the time, be interested, not interesting.
Right. I love that. Change your life. Be interested instead of interesting. Do you think I got some interesting stories? You think people have got some pretty interesting stories that involve me? I would much rather know about them than they know about me. And we'll kind of end on that part. So be interested, not interesting. If you guys have not read How to Make Friends and Influence People, it's a 100-year-old book that is super relevant today. It is full of perfectly educated ideas that you can really balance in your conversations. Ask more questions. Ask good questions. Don't just do yes or no's. Ask open-ended questions. Did you get that remodel done? Yes. Hey, what are you guys going to do to the bathroom? Oh, we're going to do new tile, new vanity, new flooring, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fantastic. Are you doing it yourself? Yes. Who's doing the work? Oh, my wife and I are going to do the work. Well, maybe as we learned that the tile sucks and we're probably going to hire someone. Oh, fantastic. I can help you with that. I got a bunch of allied resources that I can leverage to help you save some money if you're going to hire somebody. Come from contribution, always giving value, right? Just remember that yes or no questions are in a good place where you need to use them, but to keep conversations going, open-ended questions. How's your mom? How's your dad? Is your dad doing okay? Yes. I'm trying to be as absurd as possible because it solidifies the point. But every day, try to get 10 contacts. And I mean 10 contacts, meaning talking to somebody or a response in text back and forth, either Facebook, Instagram, actual texting. 10 contacts a day. Where are you going to be at the end of a month? 300. Just mathing. How big is your database? Do you guys have a 1,000-person database? On average, you'll have around a 300-person database. Maybe 400 if you're highly active in putting people in there. I have 586. Why do you think I know that number?
Because it says it in command.
Because it's important.
Oh.
So how many contacts a week do I need to have to touch all my database in 1 month?
My calculator in my head's not working.
If you want to talk to everyone, it's 586. You said you wanted to talk to everyone.
I need to double the effort. I need to do 20 contacts a day. And part of my contacts are agents. And some of them are texting, some are through Facebook. But it's all about keeping the contact game going and nurture that base. Water the plants. Get them just full of fruit. And then that fruit will fall out on the ground and you can scoop it up and you will build a very, very lucrative business. I want every one of you to have the lives that you deserve. Okay? And it all starts with the base. The base. El vaso de base. So get out there, do your DTD2s. Again, if you need to find out where that is on your call map, on our Facebook group, it's under our announcements. I have it laid out there. If you have a small database, double it. Do it 4 times a year. If you have a huge database, then, act accordingly. But now is the time, the next 90 days or so, if you can contact everybody in your database a couple of times, you're going to start seeing referrals definitely spill in. Like Jay said on the morning call, there's a ton of people at Home Depot doing home renovations, which tells me there's a ton of people that are not happy with their houses. Is there some opportunity for you? Go get it. I'll see you on the 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you.